Hey guys, so today we have a 2020 election prediction between Jay Inslee, who I believe is the current governor of Washington, and Donald Trump, who is the incumbent president who currently resides in Washington, D.C., but is in fact from the state of New York. So we're going to go into this one, and so it's nice and easy to fill in the safe states. So Washington, Oregon, California, Hawaii, all safe for Jay Inslee. Alaska, Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, Kansas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, Kentucky, West Virginia, Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina. So these are all the safe states for the president, and some more safe states for Jay Inslee: Illinois, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, New York, Vermont, and that one electoral vote in the state of Maine. So we start off 183 electoral votes for Jay Inslee, 125 electoral votes for the President Donald Trump. So now let's go into the margins, right? So we have the state of Texas. I'm going to put this in the likely GOP column, and the state of New Mexico in the likely Democratic column. But both of these states, Jay Inslee, again, definitely not the candidate to appeal to be able to actually win Texas in an upset. But New Mexico, again, I just can't see that one going for someone like a Donald Trump over someone like a Jay Inslee. So we have 188 electoral votes for Jay Inslee, 163 for the President Donald Trump. So where do we go from here? So we have a few states that I think would be closer in other elections than with Jay Inslee. Those are the states of Arizona, Georgia, and North Carolina. Because of the high minority population in these states, the high Latino population in Arizona, the high African American population in North Carolina and Georgia, I just don't feel that Jay Inslee would be able to appeal to those demographics. And yes, it may be a stretch to put North Carolina in the likely Democratic column. So I will put it in the leaning column, but again, I could make a very strong case for it to go in the likely column or in the leaning column. So where do we go from here? We have 188 electoral votes for Jay Inslee, 205 for the President Donald Trump. So the second district of Nebraska, I see that being leaning Republican, not likely, but leaning Republican, just because, again, you need a very strong Democrat to be able to win in that second district, which is around Omaha, around there. So anyway, 206 electoral votes for the president now. So let's start off in the state of Nevada. I see that one narrowly leaning towards the Democrats. Now, I think I could make a strong case for it to be in the pure toss-up column, but I'm going to put it in the leaning Democratic column because Democrats did so well in the 2018 midterms in the state of Nevada. They picked up the Senate race in Nevada. They picked up the gubernatorial race in the state of Nevada. They held on to all the competitive House seats in the state of Nevada. And and again, Nevada is trending Democratic. And last time it went Republican in a presidential election, I believe, was 2004. So that's also something to note. And I'm going to put Nevada in the leaning Democratic column. A state I'm going to put in the likely Democratic column, I think the state of Colorado would be likely to go over to the Democrats. Now, I think he could go in the leaning column, but I'm going to give Jay Inslee the benefit of the doubt, and I think he might be able to get out some of that turnout and actually win in a state like Colorado. But I think it would be closer than with other Democrats. So we have 203 electoral votes for Jay Inslee, 206 for the President Donald J. Trump. Now, let's go down to the state of Florida. This is going to be a hotly contested race. I think Jay Inslee would do a bit better with appealing to the retired voters as other individuals would. I think it's going to be very close, but at the end of the day, I think it would narrowly go to the president. Now, reasoning behind that: yes, Jay Inslee can appeal to the retired voters better than other individuals like Hillary Clinton or Cory Booker. But Jay Inslee can't really get out the turnout of Latino voters in Broward, Palm Beach, and Miami-Dade, and I don't think there would be enough turnout of that demographic to push him over the line in the state of Florida, so narrowly giving Florida over to the president. Now, in the state of Virginia, again, another going to be hotly contested race, but I think it could go in the likely Democratic column. It's been trending Democratic for years. Last time it went Republican in a statewide contest, in a presidential contest, I believe was 2004. I might be wrong on that. Yeah, it was 2004. And then the last time it went Republican in a, how do you say it? In a like statewide contest, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it could have been 2013. I don't really know, in all honesty. But anyway, so Jay Inslee, 216 electoral votes, Mr. Trump, 235. Where can Jay Inslee make up for some of Trump's lead? He can make it up in states like New Hampshire. This has a pretty high population that Jay Inslee kind of represents in Washington. He would also represent the same sort of people in the state of New Hampshire. He could win in New Hampshire quite easily. Down in Maine, up in Maine I should say, I think that Maine at large would be likely Democratic, and then that 2nd district leaning to go to the Republicans at the end of the day. So a split decision there in the congressional districts of Maine. So where can Jay Inslee also make up some more of that lead? He can make it up in the state of Minnesota. This is a state that has been trending Democratic, but again, has been trending Democratic, and sorry, my apologies. Minnesota has not been trending Democratic. It's been trending Republican, but I don't think that it's enough to push President Trump over the finish line, unless it's against a weak Democratic opponent, someone like a Nancy Pelosi, a Tim Kaine, an Eric Holder. Those individuals I could see losing a state like Minnesota, or even some individuals like Hillary Clinton. You can see Hillary Clinton is now rumored to run. Anyway, so Minnesota goes into the leaning Democratic column. However, I see Mr. Trump winning in a state like Iowa. I see him holding on in the state of Iowa just because, again, it's been trending Republican for years, and he can definitely appeal to those voters better. Same thing in Ohio. I see Ohio leaning to go towards the GOP, just because, again, the GOP base is growing there, and I see this one narrowly going towards the President, Donald J. Trump. Now, going over to the state of Pennsylvania, this is going to be a hotly contested race. 20 electoral votes that could well decide the presidency. And I see this one actually narrowly going over towards the Democrats. Now, my reasoning behind this, it could go either way, but at the end of the day, look at all the statewide contests the Democrats won in 2018. Look at all the congressional districts Democrats won in 2018. Look at Pennsylvania 18, where the Democrats were able to pick it up in a heavy Trump district, and I think that Pennsylvania could narrowly go towards the Democrats. Same thing with Michigan. I see Michigan narrowly going towards the Democrats, and it's going to be close, but again, I think Jay Inslee can appeal to Michigan voters as well as Pennsylvania voters. But I believe these victories will be so small, so tiny. And I don't think his appeal of white working class will be enough to push him over the line in the state of Wisconsin. And I'm going to ever so narrowly give that one to the president, and that pushes him over the line with 270 electoral votes to the Democrats, Jay Inslee, with 268. So that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.